Welcome to the City Show, where we capture the voices that bring our cities to life. Today we're excited to welcome Brely. Hi Brely, it's nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I'm glad to hear. Brely, can you introduce yourself in a couple sentences, let the audience know who you are?
Well, I'm your favorite girl. It's Brely Evans. I'm an actress, singer, director, producer extraordinaire. I love what I do in film and television. You've seen me on a host of shows, where one of my most famous shows is on Netflix right now called Family Business. And I have about five other shows going right now. So please look me up. I'm enjoying being in your living rooms all over the world.
My gosh, do you ever sleep?
No,
So you
never.
work all the time. You're always thinking about the next project.
Always thinking about the next project. I love it so much. I do this for fun, believe it or not.
Well, Braley, we love people like you that are always thinking about the next way to contribute to society in a creative way, and to bring the best of who they are and to allow people to learn and be entertained by who they are as an actor and as a professional.
Absolutely. I love that.
So, Braley, can you share a personal moment or a personal story from your city, a moment of failure, vulnerability, or an intimate experience that shaped who you are today?
When I think about a failure in my city, when you say that, it took me back to just before I started acting full time. I had a 9 to 5 job, just like everybody else. And I had an audition, and I couldn't leave work early. And I was torn between keeping this job and really living my dream. So I waited till, the clock struck 5 before, I could leave the job. And I ran down to the audition. And when I got there, I was sadly disappointed that it was an empty building. Everyone had left. I went all the way in, and no one was there. So I looked at myself in the mirror there. They had a mirror. It was kind of in a dance studio. And I said, you didn't, come to Los Angeles to work a 9 to 5 job. You came here because you love to sing and act and dance and do all the things. So a part of this audition, I had to sing for it. I literally sang in the room by myself. I just sang to myself in the mirror. And I took that moment of failure, missing that audition, as I've got to put me first. I only live once. I've got to break out of this 9 to 5 of it all. Do you know, in the middle of my song, the janitor came in and peeped his head in, and he said, "Young lady, did you sing? Were you here with everyone else earlier?" I said, "No, I'm late. I missed it." And he said, "Looking at you and hearing you sing, you would have gotten that role." And I was just like, "Oh," that was like, "Oh," for me. So I never let the job again be the reason that I didn't go after my dream after that. And lo and behold, I got another opportunity came, and I quit the job. I actually, well, I'll tell the truth. I tried to get where you take a hiatus from work. I was like, can I take some time off? I got this. I didn't want to tell them what I had to go do. They're like, you cannot take off to go shoot a movie. Go shoot your movie. And the blessing is that that movie was Sparkle with Whitney Houston. And that was her
Oh,
last
wow.
film she had ever done. And I'm so blessed that I chose my gift. And because from that movie forward, I never worked a regular job again.
So, Braley, your story must ring true to the experience of so many actors and, if you will, entertainment industry, enthusiasts that move to LA from small town America or another city in America
Oakland,
to
California.
follow their dreams. In your case,
Yes.
Oakland, California.
Yes.
And that's so admirable, and that experience must be so meaningful to your life. It must be a moment in history that you remember to this day,
Yeah.
and that that you remember fondly, because it's that projecting into the future of who you could become, and who you have become, in that moment that makes you persevere and move forward to accomplish and become who you are today.
Amen. That's exactly
Amen to
it.
that.
If you don't have that pivotal moment where make a that's really a life-changing choice, um, it's like that fork in the road, you know? It's like, which way am I gonna go? And so that was my fork in the road.
Interesting. Is there a small accomplishment in your life that may seem mediocre to some but meant a lot to you?
An accomplishment that may seem mediocre. Well, you know, I don't think so because I feel like everything I've accomplished thus far, even I'm wowed at. And most people who encounter me and when I'm telling my story, we're all like, wow. Like, so that's why I named my company Water Walkers Worldwide because I'm forever in this wow that I'm always surprised at what happens to be next for me. So, I actually my like so you know how Beyonce has her beehive. I have my wowers. I have my water walkers, and we have a little symbol that we go like this, and we're always saying wow because that means we walk on water. And so no, nothing's been mediocre. Everything's been a wow. I'm always surprised. I could never expect what's next. Like even now, and that's what people should know about actors. We are unemployed the moment we walk off of a set. We are essentially unemployed people waiting for our next opportunity. So it's always a wow over here.
I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Some quick fire questions. What's your favorite neighborhood in LA and why?
Ooh, Beverly Hills because it's gorgeous and I love to shop.
It is gorgeous, isn't it?
I love it.
It it's got something you won't find anywhere else in America. Miami doesn't have a neighborhood like Beverly Hills. New York
Yes,
doesn't have a
yes.
neighborhood like Beverly Hills.
No, it's too many people there.
No way. What's one of the things that tourists get wrong about Los Angeles?
um, that you'll become famous just because you moved there.
But some people believe it. They have to if they go through the trouble of actually moving there.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily how it goes. Moving
I have
there
no
is not
doubt.
enough.
So it's probably like going to the casino for most people
There you go.
in terms of the odds. They kind
Well,
of know that they're going to lose, but they're hopeful that maybe they'll come out a winner.
it's worth a try.
If you could change one thing about Los Angeles, what would it be?
The homeless situation.
Oh, of course. Skid Row.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Although it's probably getting worse in San Francisco now, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sure because I don't go up north very often, but I'm most certainly, sure that that's the case.
What's the best meal you've had in Los Angeles?
Ooh. Well, it's funny you say that because I would have said crustaceans, but it originally originated in San Francisco. But crustaceans is one of my favorite restaurants in LA.
What do they serve? Lobster, crab, seafood?
It's a crab. It's a garlic crab that's out of this world with a garlic noodle that'll make you slap your mama.
Wow.
It's good.
That must be pretty damn good for you to take that kind of a risk.
Oh yeah.
What's a festival or event in Los Angeles that you think everyone should experience?
Well, I think everyone in their lifetime should go to an award show. We're Hollywood's hub, so you get to see some of the biggest stars, in the movies that you see all the time. And it's nothing like seeing them when they're just, being themselves and being honored for what they do. So that's, going to the Grammys and to the Oscars and things like that is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. And when you are there, you feel as special as the people being honored. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here, kind of thing. And I can't believe I'm looking at such and such right there. So an award show, I would say.
Wow. If Los Angeles were a person, what kind of personality would they have?
Schizophrenic. They'd be all over the place. You
More
never
so
know
than
what
New
you're gonna
York?
get when you turn a corner.
More so than New York?
Um, no, because I actually lived in New York for some time. I was in a girl group. I am also a singer, and I had a record deal in the '90s. I'm dating myself, but I was in a girl group called Image, Emage. You can find our music videos on YouTube and things. Our first single was called "The Choice Is Yours," and we lived in New York when we recorded that album. And I hated it. I was like, I'm a California girl. I'm tired of this train. I don't want to walk anywhere. I want to get out of the house and go in my car and get to where I'm going. So, but yeah, so New York, it would be more schizophrenic than LA. Yeah.
We have no doubt about that. What's one lesson living in Los Angeles has taught you?
That the price isn't high, it's relative. People say, "Oh, it's so expensive to live, in LA." And it's like, "No, but if you've always lived in California, then the price is like the price." So, don't look at it as high. Just jump in. Just kind of get in there, and it's relative. It's relative to your thinking. It's relative to how you see it. So, don't compare it to, a southern state. It's relative.
It's funny. I was in the pharmacy as a teenager in New York once, and I noticed that the toothpaste was overpriced. And so the lady at the pharmacy said, "This Manhattan, fool. This ain't Jack's 99 cents."
Pretty much. It is. It's like it's not about where you're from. It's about where you're at.
I mean, you kind of gotta get with as they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans.
That's it. And that's what
So
I did when I was in Rome.
when in New York or when in L.A., you gotta get with the times and get with the place.
That's right.
Braley, thanks for tuning into the City Show. We drop an episode every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spotify and YouTube. And you can follow us on Instagram on the City Show Official to be up to date with all of our projects. We
I
hope
love
you
it.
enjoyed this journey into the urban creativity and inspiration. And until then, keep exploring your city, keep exploring Los Angeles. I'm sure there's more to discover.
Absolutely. And welcome to LA, everybody. See ya.
See ya.